Hello and welcome everybody. I'm joined by Tryggestad, Senior Partner of McKinsey. Krista, thank you ever so much for joining us today, and thank you for that wonderful presentation. Could you give us a brief outline of what the presentation was regarding this afternoon?
Yeah, so I have presented the global energy perspective of McKinsey, basically describing a reference case for how we could see the global energy industry evolve over the next 30 years. Some of the main messages are that one, we see a significant electrification. So while other fuel types are more or less flat the next 30 years, we see a doubling of the demand for electricity. So that's one. Secondly, within electricity, there is a strong growth in renewable power, so solar and wind, growing 11-fold over those 30 years. And it's driven by economic attractiveness. So in all the countries that we look at, the cheapest source of new power generation capacity is a renewable source, wind or solar. A third main message is that as a consequence of this electrification, growth in renewables, we see gas demand and oil demand plateauing around 2030, 2035. Still, this is a scenario where that is equivalent to a roughly 3.5 degree warming world.
And is that prediction 3.5 degrees? Is that something that you think is likely?
So the idea of the reference case is to try to describe with the existing technology cost and a forecast for how that would develop going forward, and existing and communicated or decided regulation, this is where we're heading. I would say that with all the climate science that is today, a 3.5 degree world is not sustainable.
Okay, and talking about your experience in IP Week, it's a wonderful event, and it's an event that's very important. So tell us a bit about your experience of IP Week.
So I've been relatively short, but I must say the types of discussions are different from what I experienced 3-4 years ago. It's a lot more, as seen many oil and gas conferences now, a lot more about climate, sustainability, renewables, etc. So very different type of discussion than we've seen some years back.
And do you see things progressing how you would like in the years to come, looking at those targets?
What I like or not like. What I see is there's a lot more attention to climate change. There is higher ambition level, both from the companies, the players in this industry, as well as from governments.
Krista, thank you ever so much for joining us today. This has been KOG TV. Jason, thank you very much. Thank you, Krista.
Thanks a lot.